Imagine sitting in bumper-to-bumper highway traffic late at night. Red taillights glow all around you, washing your windshield in a low crimson blur. Suddenly, the car ahead slams on its brakes, and a bright red light pops on right in the center of its rear window, flashing at eye level. Today, 3 brake lights are standard on every car on Earth. But for nearly 80 years, cars only had 2 low-mounted lights down on the bumper. Why did it take automakers decades to install a simple third bulb in the back window? Was it a limitation of automotive wiring, or did engineers completely misunderstand how the human brain processes warning signals? What secret psychological experiment finally proved that a centered light could save thousands of lives? Stick around as we uncover the surprising psychological story behind this simple red light right here on Simple Why. To understand why the third brake light took so long to appear, we have to look back at the early days of driving. In the early 20th century, roads were quiet, speeds were low, and cars barely had electrical systems at all. Early automobiles relied on a single lantern or a simple oil lamp hung near the rear axle. As paved highways expanded and engines grew faster throughout the 1930s and 40s, car makers added 2 electric taillights near the rear bumper. For decades, those low-mounted dual lights were considered completely sufficient. Automobile engineers focused almost all their safety efforts on mechanical hardware. They redesigned hydraulic drum brakes, reinforced steel frames, and developed thicker tires. Nobody was thinking about the human brain behind the wheel. Here's where things get interesting. Having only 2 low brake lights created a subtle but deadly optical problem in heavy traffic. Low-mounted brake lights began to blend into a chaotic sea of visual clutter. Bumper-level brake lights sat at the exact same height as running lights, street lights, and commercial neon signs. In heavy rain or thick fog, trailing drivers struggled to distinguish a car tapping its brakes from a car simply cruising with its headlights on. The human eye had to pause, compare brightness levels, and evaluate whether the vehicle ahead was slowing down. That tiny cognitive pause created a delay in driver reaction time. At 60 miles per hour, taking even half a second to process a warning light means traveling 40 feet closer to a crash. The bottleneck was never technology. Installing a third light bulb required no advanced engineering, expensive microchips, or complex machinery. The real obstacle was a failure of imagination. For decades, car companies assumed that 2 lights were enough because people have 2 eyes. The revolution did not start in a Detroit auto factory. It began with an innovative behavioral psychologist named John Voevodsky in the 1970s. He realized that breaking the low horizontal line of traffic lights could bypass slow mental processing. In 1974, he conducted a massive real-world test by mounting a single raised red light in the center rear window of over 500 San Francisco taxicabs. The results of that taxicab study blew everyone away. Distracted driving killed more than 3,300 people and injured 421,000 in 2012, according to U.S. government figures. Cabs equipped with the raised central brake light experienced over 60% fewer rear-end collisions compared to cabs without them. Even when collisions did happen, the damage was far less severe because trailing drivers reacted much faster and hit their brakes sooner. Placing a single light high up at eye level broke the horizontal visual noise of the road. When the car ahead stopped, the central light popped directly into the driver's central field of vision. It triggered an automatic subconscious reflex before the driver's conscious mind even had time to process what was happening. It turns out the human brain is hardwired to react instantly to sudden visual anomalies at eye level. That's not the whole story, though. Even with undeniable scientific proof, it took government regulators and car manufacturers over a decade to adopt the feature. Redesigning vehicle assembly lines, running new wiring harnesses, and altering body molds cost real money. Auto executives resisted adding extra hardware unless forced by law. It was not until 1985 that safety regulators made the center high-mounted stop lamp mandatory for new passenger cars, later expanding the rule to trucks and vans. Decades later, another leap forward happened when car makers swapped old incandescent bulbs for light-emitting diodes. Fast-acting LEDs light up 200 milliseconds faster than old filaments. That fraction of a second gives trailing drivers another 20 feet of crucial stopping distance. Looking at this humble safety feature reveals something profound about how we design technology. True innovation is not always about building bigger engines or faster processors. Sometimes the most life-saving breakthrough comes from understanding human psychology and working alongside our natural instincts. By shifting a single red light a few feet higher into a driver's line of sight, engineers solved a deadly perceptual problem without adding complicated machinery. Today, that center red light is a universal visual language spoken on every highway in the world, quietly preventing hundreds of thousands of crashes every single year. The long delay of the third brake light was never an engineering failure, but a classic case of overlooking how the human brain processes visual cues. For nearly 80 years, low-mounted bumper lights lost the battle against highway visual clutter. Moving a single red bulb to eye level transformed a passive warning signal into an instant subconscious reflex. So why did the third brake light take decades to exist? Because it took a psychologist to realize that saving lives on the road was not just about stopping the car, but giving the human mind an unmistakable signal to act. Everyday life is filled with remarkable designs that often go unnoticed until someone asks the simple question, why? That's exactly what drives every video we create. We hope today's story gave you a fresh perspective and inspired you to look at familiar things with greater curiosity. There are countless more engineering secrets, historical stories, and surprising facts waiting to be uncovered. Until our next adventure, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember that even the smallest details can reveal the biggest ideas. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Simple Why.